All right, so we're going to go over stretching, and why it's important is because it gives you full range of motion, and with full range of motion, you'll never have joint wear. If you only have partial range of motion, meaning if I have this as a full range of motion and I only use this my whole life, I'm going to wear out that particular part of the joint, and I won't use the whole face of the joint. If I use the whole face of the joint, the body knows how to restore it, but if I only use a portion of the range of motion, the body will just wear. And then we end up with arthritis because we burn through a certain part of the joint and what's called the articular cartilage. And then you start going bone on bone. And once that happens, it starts happening uniformly across the joint to make sure the joint doesn't move. So we are going to work on range of motion, but we're going to work on specifically what we call athletic ready posture. We're going to get the lower half of the body to behave like a spring, and the upper half of the body to be like nice and long and tall, which leads to your head to open up to what's called the righting reflex. But in order to do that, we have to open up the extremities. But the biggest thing, and what made humans so unique, are the calf muscles. We decided as humans to come onto 2 feet. And in doing so, there are certain adaptations. Our butt, if you look at a horse, what we think is a horse's ass is actually very tiny. The majority of what we think is a horse's butt is actually its hamstring, because they use it for driving forward. Once we went upright, our butts got really big because it has the function of driving us forward and holding us upright. So we have to be able to get the butt and the hips over the top or under the body so the hips can move. So we have to know how to relax the butt and then to drive with the butt instead of our low back. And then, once we came upright, that meant the calves became an incredible spring. And by doing so, we lock up the calves, and we use a lot of the spring potential in the Achilles tendon. But if we don't know how to take the pressure out of the calves, it causes us to round our shoulders, let our belly go, and we end up with the Montgomery Burns posture. So we're going to work on coming out of the Montgomery Burns posture and come into human standing that's efficient for walking and moving forward. So we're going to start out by putting your left foot on the block. Your abs are going to be nice and tight, and this is going to be the hard part. Get your feet parallel, like you're on a set of skis. Chest will be up. If you're on the tighter side, you can definitely open up your stance, but keep your feet parallel. You can open up your stance, Diana. Diana. We're going to get her a half block. So your stance could be opened up, but your feet have to remain parallel. Your feet are side by side. Abs are nice and tight. And we're going to just pump your hips forward. Your job is to feel that lengthening, and what you should be doing is feeling a decompression of your lower back. If you don't feel a decompression of your lower back, your hips aren't going far enough forward. Keep your abs engaged. So your first chakra is your pelvic floor. So we want you to tighten your pelvic floor. Second chakra is your lower abs. I want you to draw that in. Close up third chakra. That's your upper abs. Get your head over the top of your body as you pump your hips forward. And like we said, if you don't feel unloading of the low back, you're not pushing your hips far enough. Suck in your tummy, shoulder blades, down and back. Ah. Lengthen, stretch. The reason why we say smile up is it's associated with the frontal cortex in the brain, because facial expression is directly related to the frontal cortex, and the frontal cortex forms relationships, and relationships with your body as well as environment and people. Okay, let us do a forward fold here. Stretch forward. Keep your abs nice and tight. Shoulder blades down and back. Reach forward. Reach. You want to
try to pull energy from the arches of your feet, lifting up the inner thighs, connecting to the pelvic floor. Squeeze that belly button to spine, shortening the distance between the pubic bone and rib cage.
Feel the lengthening of your calf muscle. And the elongating of your shoulder muscles, because they're related. And now you see the relationship. It's back from when we were on all fours.
Keep squeezing the abs.
Suck in that tummy. And now you're gonna bend and straighten your right leg. Keep your left leg straight. Sucking that tummy, shoulder blades are down and back. Bend and straighten. Straighten, bend and straighten. This is opening up the gastrocnemius. Abs are nice and tight, sucking that tummy. Don't just make your bald head sweat. Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, now bend and straighten your left leg. This will open up a muscle called your soleus. Sergeant Brown, bend and straighten your left leg. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. There you go.
10.
Okay, we're gonna come up nice and tall. Keep your foot on the block. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna pump in the opposite direction. You can take your hands over the top of your head. You're gonna pump. No pressure in your low back. If you feel pressure in your low back, it means you need to tighten your abs. Chest up, smiles up. Keep breathing.
Ten.
Okay, just for fun, we're gonna take the fingers, interlock them behind your back. You're gonna move your head and neck around. Because like we said, if the calves get tight, it affects the posturing of the head and neck, so it has to affect the musculature too. Keep breathing. Feel the stretch. Keep your hips forward, keep your abs engaged. Okay, let's switch sides. Right foot goes on the block. Your brain's gonna think it's as flexible as the other side, but it's not. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna pump your hips forward. Keep breathing. Notice if one side's tighter than the other, or if one side's easier. That's an indication that it was tighter, or easier, or looser. That's the word I'm looking for. No pressure into your low back. Abs are nice and tight. We're looking for the unloading of your low back. Smiles are up.
20.
Okay. Then what do we do? We did a
Forward
forward fold. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Notice if you rolled through your low back in order to get forward. We want the work going through your calf.
Keep breathing, keep smiling. Keep pulling energy up from the arches of your feet, lifting your inner thighs, pelvic floor, hollowing out that belly.
You just want your muscles to have the opportunity of lengthening. And in doing so, it gives you fuller range of motion.
10.
Okay.
Bend, straighten your right leg.
Thank you, I forgot. Make sure that knee goes straight forward, straight back. It doesn't go medial, it doesn't go lateral. Straight forward, straight back. Abs are nice and tight. No pressure in your low back. We're stretching muscles and not joints, so you shouldn't feel your knees or your low back.
10.
Okay, now you're gonna bend and straighten your right leg.
Left,
Right.
left, right.
You guys were reversed.
Or I'm reversed,
Oh.
sorry, I'm reversed.
No.
You were doing it right. You started with the right leg.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, because I started with the block leg.
Oh, okay, that was the soleus. Now we're going to the gastro.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Cindy.
10.
Okay, then we're gonna come on up. Abs are nice and tight. No pressure in your low back. Arch in the opposite direction. Send your body back, hips forward. Arch, yes, there you go. That's much more miserable. Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, good. We're gonna go back to this foot again. You're gonna push your hips over to the left. Your left foot's on the block. We're going to open up what's called your glute medius. Tighten your abs because they'll want to shut off. Over to the left. You may feel a little bit of pull of what's called your tensor fasciae lata as well. That's okay. Abs are nice and tight. The problem is if one side of the body does this better than the other side.
10.
Okay, and then we're going to go the other way. This will feel weird, like nothing's really happening. Abs are nice and tight. Okay, switch sides. I promise you it's going to get a little bit harder. Stretch. Hips to the right. Chest up. There we go. Feel that stretch in the glute medius?
10.
Okay, and now go to the weird left. It's gonna feel weird. Doesn't feel like much. But it will help you in your dodgeball game. Oh, there's Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
10.
Okay, come off the block. Perfect timing. We're gonna do something fun first before we get to what's harder. You're gonna take the little orange ball and put it underneath your left foot. Feet are parallel. Remember, the pain that you feel in the bottom of your foot has nothing to do with this ball. It has to do with what you do with your foot all week long. So you're gonna roll out your heel, the lateral aspect of your foot, the ball of your foot, and your toes.
Or what you've done for a lifetime.
Yeah. Oh, it gets better, don't you worry. Keep your feet parallel, that's really important. So standing foot as well, Diana. Get that foot in. Yeah, there we go, parallel, parallel, knee over top of your foot. Now we're gonna bend both knees and you're gonna continue to roll, but roll from your hip. Abs are nice and tight. Feet parallel. So a lot of you, it's gonna feel like you're pigeon-toed, but you're really not. Your feet are parallel. Abs are nice and tight. Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it. Break it up. And then we're gonna do the exciting part. We're gonna go back behind you, but keep your feet parallel. Eyes up, smiles up, don't look at the ground. Once you get in the habit of feeling versus seeing what your feet are doing. Feet parallel. Feet parallel. There we go.
All over.
Abs are nice and tight, eyes to the horizon. Okay, switch sides. This is just the warm-up. Abs are nice and tight, legs are straight. You're rolling out the bottom of this foot. Notice if one foot's sore than the other. It's not the ball's fault. It's your fault. Eyes up, smiles up, don't look down. There's nothing interesting on the floor. Although there's that couple in Northern California that were kicking around in the dirt. Did you hear about this? And they found $1 million worth of gold coins. It's all found. We got to go somewhere else.
You never know. Were they doubloons?
No, they were, what is it? Liberty, the Eagle.
Wow.
20, yeah. 2 buckets.
Some survivalists stash.
Yeah. We'll put it here. Wait, was it
is
here or was it there?
This is why children are supposed to play in the dirt.
Yes. Go find us something good. Okay, now bend your knees. Roll it out. Eyes up, don't look down. Bend your knees, like actually bend them. Remember, the pain in your foot is your own fault.
Hey, no foot shaming.
Especially if you just did your PT. Abs are nice and tight. Take your foot back behind you. See what it feels like to keep your feet parallel, eyes up, front knee is bent. Yeah. Because when you're running, this is what you want to be able to do. You want to know what your foot did behind you as you're leaving, so it tells you how set you are on your foot for your next stride. Eyes up. And we switch sides. Ball goes under the ball of your foot. So we're warming up the feet, as you see. This gets to the calf because it's the other half of the calf. You're going to take your right foot and just curl your toes around the ball. Just curl them around, bend your toes. Make sure your toes can bend so they don't snap off on the coffee table in the middle of the night. Diane's on her own frequency. Okay, now we're gonna have some fun. You're gonna do step over, hips forward, step back, hips back. We've done this before. Step forward, hips forward, step back, hips back. This teaches you to keep your chest up as you're walking, so you don't, if your heel suddenly drops down, you don't fall on your face, which is quite devastating. Feet parallel. That means they're running in the same direction. Okay, now we're going to work on the high heels as you bring the ball just ahead of the heel of your foot. Step over, hips forward, abs nice and tight, step back, hips back. This is why with time people end up hating high heels, because you don't practice this. You never know. You know who had one of the biggest collection of ballet slippers and high heels? You'd be surprised. Frank Sinatra. Yeah.
10.
For himself?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to put the ball under the ball of your foot. You're going to take the heel of your left foot and make those toes round. What we're doing is recreating the anterior arch of your foot. The anterior arch of your foot is a signal to your shoulder. So if you can't make round the this front arch, typically you have shoulder problems. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Eyes up, smiles up.
While Rachel does a scream at me, well.
Okay. Here we go. Step forward, hips forward. Step back, hips back. Keep your abs engaged. Eyes up, smiles up. So you're seeing how this blends into body language too. If you get in the habit of looking down, you're in submission while you're walking. Your eyes are up. You're involved with your environment, and your prefrontal cortex is activated in your brain. Smiles are up. And if you want, you could add a high he in the field artillery. Abs are nice and tight, chest up.
10.
Okay, now put the ball underneath, just in front of your heel. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna step forward, step back, hips back. You shouldn't feel any pain. Suck in your tummies. Eyes up, smiles up. What number was that?
8.
Okay. Come off the ball. We're gonna go back onto the block to start the fun stretching. So the block goes under the ball of your left foot. This is where it gets fun, especially for Diana. You're gonna cross your right ankle over your left knee. So you'll look like this. And then you're gonna squat into it. So this is doing a double whammy. It's opening up your calf muscle and it's opening up your butte. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back, lower down. If your arm is wobbling all over the place, it means you're using your arm far too much. Suck in your tummy. Oh, lower down. Remember, we're stretching muscles and not joints. So you feel no joints as you do this. If you do, tighten up muscles. You got it. Look at it. She got a whole dance going on. Okay, and then now you're going to straighten your leg out. Keep your leg straight. Keep your leg crossed. Forward fold into a stretch. I will help her. You got it. Okay. Forward fold.
Keep
Straight
breathing.
leg. Straight leg. Ah, yes.
7, 8, 9, 10.
And now come up nice and tall. Straight leg still. Yep.
Reach up overhead.
Hands overhead.
Ah, wobbly today.
You can do one hand or, hey, that's really good. How many more seconds?
9, 10.
Okay, good. We're gonna switch sides. That was a piece of cake. And everybody loves cake. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. You're gonna squat into it. Notice if one side's easier than the other. We call that one side is easier than the other syndrome. We don't like it. Abs are nice and tight. Chest is up. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're sucking in your tummy. Keep breathing. Shake, 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 shake all you want. But the goal is to be still.
8, 9, 10.
And then you're going to straighten your right leg, lean forward. Remember, we're using muscles and not joints, so your knee should not feel compromised in this position. And if it does, tighten your muscles, tighten your core. Keep breathing. Good job. I gotcha, I gotcha.
9, 10.
Bring your arms up. You're not gonna fall down.
Arms overhead.
Keep breathing. It's
10.
a balanced, struggling day. This is how you can also tell we're approaching a full moon. It gets weird with balance. We're gonna do it once again. You're gonna roll out the bottom of your left foot, just open things up again. And it should be a whole lot less tender than when we started. Abs are nice and tight, isn't it? Isn't it surprisingly less tender? So we're gonna make it tender. I want you to find the sore spot on the bottom of your foot. Keep your toes off the ground, keep your heel off the ground, and now you're gonna step forward, step back. This will make you feel older than anything else in the whole wide world. Okay, and then find the next sore spot under the ball of your foot, step forward, step back. And we're gonna see what this does. Obey mechanics, your feet stay parallel. Hips go forward, hips go back. Eyes stay up, smiles stay up. Find the next sore spot, do the same thing. Smiles are up. Okay, good. Go ahead, take your foot off the ball and notice what happened. It should feel like your arch lifted. Okay, we're gonna do the opposite side. Find the sore spot. Abs are nice and tight, your toes are off the ground, your heels are off the ground. Step forward, step back. Chest goes up. Lift up when you step. Don't step down. Oh! So last night we got hungry and there wasn't anything open because we had a really long date at
Home Depot.
Home Depot. So we went to Bob's Barbecue, which is one of these old-time restaurants here.
One of the few surviving the COVID.
But it has 2 steps to get up to a platform to get up to the restaurant. And it was amazing to watch people not be able to go up those steps. I'll show you what they did afterwards, but I'm not going to allow you guys to do that. Lift up as you step forward. Find your next sore spot and walk through it. Abs are nice and tight. Your core is taking the pressure of this, not your foot. Okay, go ahead and stand on the ground and it should feel lovely. So as I encountered the step, it was really interesting because they would step, and what we want to do when we go on a step is bring the heart up. But what we would see is people step and their heart would go down. So by the time they got to the second step, they're almost falling over. And that's a very bad habit. You don't want to step trying to keep your head level as you go, your feet go up. You want your head to go up as well. Okay, we're going to need our block now to go underneath our left knee, right foot will go forward. You can put your hand on the block or roller. Should look like this. Abs are nice and tight. Shoulder blades are down and back. Really important. Head is over the top of the block. We're going to activate what's called the righting reflex. You're going to move your hips. You want to move your hips and not your head. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. This will help you with your ummies. Keep breathing. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. Smiles are up. If you can't smile when you're doing the hip circle, you are doing something freaky in life. Okay. You're going to reach back, grab a hold of your foot with your right hand. Right hand. Switch. There you go. Same thing, hip circles. Every athletic motion's hidden in a hip circle. That's why we have to be able to do a hip circle. Because if your hips can't do it, some other part of your body is compensating that doesn't do it as well.
10.
Opposite direction. Plus, we're getting all the fibers.
10.
Okay, now we're gonna lunge forward, stretch. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. No pressure in your low back because your abs are engaged. Look down at your toes. Are they gripping the heck out of the earth? Are they relaxed? We want them long and relaxed. Abs are nice and tight. And then just pump your hips forward. Pump, pump, pump. Okay, rotate to the right. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Eyes up, smiles up. Ah.
10.
Oh. And good. From here, you're going to straighten your front leg. You're going to take your left hand forward first. Abs are nice and tight. No pressure to any joints. So turn on whatever muscles you need, and then you can put your hand on your foot and yank your toes to your nose. Keep breathing. Come back up. Oh. Switch sides. We'll do a tiny bit of balance work with this. First things first, get your head over the top of the block. Abs are nice and tight. Hip circles. Try not to move the head. You're moving your hips. Smiles are up. You're breathing. Breathing.
10.
Opposite direction. Really feel what it feels like to move from your abs and not your knee. Okay, then you're going to take your left hand, grab a hold of your right foot, pull your heel into your bootay. That's the fancy way of saying your badonkadonk. Suck in your tummy, hip circles. I will help you. You got it? Oh, you got it. Feel what it feels like to do a hip circle. Feel if it's round. Feel if your head's moving and your neck is relaxed.
10.
Opposite direction. This comes in handy if you're doing the sprinkler dance.
10.
Okay, we're gonna stretch forward.
This is how Michael gets banned from places.
It's a very popular dance. Suck in your tummy.
Where?
Everywhere. Everywhere I'm at.
10.
Pump those hips forward a little bit. Just pump, stretch, open up those fibers. These shorten, you start rounding your low back.
10.
Okay, now we're gonna rotate off to the left. Chest is up, tummy sucking in, shoulder blades are down and back. So we're basically stretching in dominant body language. We're trying to keep the heart up.
10.
Okay, straighten that front leg. Toes are pointed up. You're gonna reach first with your right hand, and then you can follow with your left hand to touch your toes and pull your toes towards your nose. This will help with your hurdling career. All right, good. We're gonna come down into kneeling for a second. You can put your roller off to the side. If you have short arms like I do, you can use your block. We're just gonna stretch the quads. You're gonna lean back. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna go into sit-ups. So you're gonna suck in that tummy and then release. Suck in your tummy and release. You're using your abs, not your chest, not your throat, not your neck. Not your nostrils. You're breathing. It's amazing watching.
10.
Okay, fine. Curl your toes under. Push your heels back, especially if you feel like your toes are gonna snap off. And then we're gonna lean back once again. Abs are nice and tight. You can use your blocks. Okay, sit-ups again. Suck in that tummy, release. Suck in that tummy, release. Keep breathing. Okay. Oh, we're gonna go back and do something that I forgot to do. We're gonna go back onto your knee. Oh, we're gonna do a little balance work. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Abs are nice and tight. Hands go and stick them up. And this is really just balance work. Okay, everyone set? Okay, lift, hold, gently lower your right foot. Smiles are up. Soft landings. We're working on your ninja skills. Keep breathing. Lift, hold, gently lower. Lift, hold, gently lower. What is that?
10.
Okay. On this next one, keep your abs nice and tight. Take your foot off the ground and do hip circles. Good, Maria. Hip circles. You know, the temptation is to do knee circles or even foot circles, but I want you to do hip circles.
10.
Opposite direction. This will tell you immediately if you have strong or weak hips.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Hands and stick them up. Lift, hold, gently lower. Lift, hold, gently lower. Keep breathing. Okay.
I
Abs
see
are-
Sergeant Brown doing the Michael thing. If I stare at her hard enough, she'll count to 10 faster.
Okay, leg up in the air. Hip circles. Feel what it feels like to move from your hips, because sooner or later you're going to end up in this situation. Whether you're standing on top of a flagpole with one leg or you're
10.
opposite direction on ice. Or if you only have one shoe on and the toilet backs up.
10.
Okay, go ahead, put your foot back down as we come back into kneeling. Okay, have a seat on top of the roller. Hands go back behind you. Okay, so we're using equipment. So that means the majority weight is on the equipment, not on your wrists. So if you feel a lot of pressure on your wrists, put more weight on your bootay. Okay, you're gonna cross your left ankle over your right knee. So we're mirror image to. The other foot's flat on the ground and parallel. So don't let your foot turn out, but straight ahead. Put all your weight onto your left butt cheek and then roll out your butt cheek. Put all the weight onto your left butt cheek. Yeah, there you go. You should not feel pain in your butt. If you do, it's from something you did this week. It's not from the roller. If you want, grab a hold of your ankle, pull it in. And if that's easy, reach down, grab your knee, pull it in too, and roll out your bootay. Relax your mouth. You don't want all the stress and tension of your butt going into your face, because everyone will know what you did. Sergeant Brown. Abs are nice and tight. Woo, feel that. This is your glute max piriformis complex. This tightens up. You will think you have low back pain or knee pain. This is why we got to keep this nice and loose. He's gone to the spot. He's gone to the other side.
20.
Okay, now you're going to take your foot up off the ground. Continue to roll. Yes, this will get pain out of your hip. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. This will help you work on your balance. Still, the majority weight is on top of the roller.
10.
Okay, let's switch sides. All the weight goes on to your right butt cheek. Roll out your booty. If you want, you can pull your ankle in. If you want, you can pull your knee in. Marie, switch your legs. Yes, there you go. It's like that time I showed up to a costume party and it wasn't. Pull that knee in. Okay, take your foot up off the ground, really get rolled out. You should feel no pain. If you feel pain, it's from clenching your butt all week long. It's not from the roller. So mosquitoes have turned my body into a Braille book. So if you ever want to read something in Braille that's interesting, you can feel or read my legs. Oh. Okay, come off the roller. We're gonna make this fun. We're gonna grab our little lacrosse ball. Okay, put the lacrosse ball underneath your left butt cheek. Your right foot goes down, your left ankle goes over the top of your right knee as you roll out that same booty cheek. There should be no pain whatsoever. Smiles are up. No, under your left butt cheek, not the middle. That will hurt. See what I'm doing? It's like, not in, but on. There we go. There we go. Prepositions are important. Abs are nice and tight. Now really get the side of your hip too. This is important. This will start getting your glute medius, glute minimus. This will help with a lot of hip pain. We're just opening up the walking muscles, which is kind of ironic. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Get anything that feels sore out of there. Switch your legs, Rachel. There you go. Roll it out. If you do this right, it should almost feel like it's cramping, and it's because you guys have clenched your butt all day long.
It's a great time to apologize to our butts.
Yes. Sorry for clenching. Sorry for telling you I was afraid when I wasn't. Okay, good. Now we're going to come back into kneeling. You're going to take this roller and put it in front of your knees. Okay. You're going to come over to the top of the roller. We're going to roll out those thighs. Abs are nice and tight. You can have your legs straight or bent, but if you find a sore spot, bend and straighten your leg till it breaks up. You can do one side at a time. If you get all the way up to the tensor fasciae lata, you can flex and extend your hip. Bend and straighten your legs. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Yeah, there you go. What's wrong with your head? It sprung a leak.
So sore.
Let me go help him out. Keep breathing. This is opening up your quad muscles, which shorten up. Roll it out. Nothing should be sore. If you feel sore, it's from keeping your legs too straight during the week.
Somebody forgot to tell you this was a stretch class, right?
Like I'm at the gym right now.
Yeah.
You get SEER training for this. Abs are nice and tight. You guys feel this? Okay, just making sure. Don't want anyone cheated.
It's an awfully quiet class.
Okay, and then from here you're gonna roll it onto your shins. Roll, roll, roll. So there's two ways of rolling. Right now I'm heavy over my shins, or you could go heavy over your shoulders and bring your knees to your chest. It is easy. Easy peasy. Abs are nice and tight. Roll it out. I had this one guy in Santa Barbara with really long leg hair, really bushy long, and it's just ripped his leg hair out. I'm like, what's this all over the mat? Just see what it feels like to roll everything out. As we now come back into kneeling. Which should feel a whole lot easier to kneel now. We're going to work on pelvic floor. So, Sergeant Brown, you're going to stack 2 blocks on top of each other. But everyone else is going to go 1 block, 1 ball. And then you're going to sit on top of the ball. Yeah. It's because your legs are longer. Ball's midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Abs are nice and tight. Make sure your head is over top of the ball. That's the most important part. And it's beginning the process of being upright properly. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to work pelvic floor and abs simultaneously as you tighten your pelvic floor, and then you're going to tighten your abs. And as Maria O says, don't tighten your butt cheeks.
Then we have to go back and roll it out again.
Yes. And that's what kind of happens, is instead of stabilizing with our pelvic floor, we get in the bad habit of stabilizing with our butt. Stabilizing with pelvic floor, good. Stabilizing with butt, bad. Head over the top of the ball. Okay, now we're going to do sit-ups. Hands go behind your neck. You're going to suck in your tummy, and then you're going to open up your chest. Keep your rib cage closed.
Exhale as you squeeze that belly button towards your spine. Keeping that pelvic floor lifted. As always, don't forget to breathe and smile up. Because it's scary when you're staring at us and frowning.
And doing weird things. We are working our pelvic floor and our abs simultaneously. This is a great combination. No pressure in the low back. Okay. Take your right foot forward. We continue to do our sit-ups. Chest is up nice and tall. You're going to suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy, release. Keep breathing. Chest up. Smiles up. You guys are going to notice your body language is way better leaving here.
Oh, I can feel the difference.
At 10? Okay, you're going to put your left hand on your right knee. You're going to put your right hand on your booty. You're going to rotate to the right. Suck in your tummy. Keep that pelvic floor on. Keep your head over the top of the ball. Suck in your tummy. We're going to do sit-ups here. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. We all live in Hawaii. How often do you say aloha? You do? Oh.
You know my emails?
Oh, in emails. You have to say it. Chest up, rotate to the left, same thing. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do sit-ups here. Suck in your tummy, release. Suck in your tummy, release. This is how we strengthen pelvic floor and create flexibility of the torso and even the hips. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Okay, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back, abs are nice and tight. We're doing our sit-ups, suck in your tummy, release. Keep your head over the top of the ball. Keep breathing. Okay. Right hand goes on your left knee.
Oh, sit-ups.
Oh, sit-ups, yes. Did we?
Wait.
No, we didn't do sit-up. No, we didn't do sit-up.
Sit-up was only with both, right?
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are really good.
Okay, sit-ups.
We want sit-ups.
Okay. Suck in that tummy, release. Feel what it feels like to activate your abs without having to move your head. Okay, now we're going to rotate. Rotate to the left. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. You're going to suck in that tummy and release. Suck it in, release. The abs are one of the muscles that doesn't necessarily shorten in order to activate. they stabilize. That's why they're called tonic muscles.
10.
Okay, we're gonna rotate off to the right. Chest up, head over top of the ball, suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Okay, come back to center. We're gonna bring both feet forward. Ball remains between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. Make sure those feet are parallel. We're gonna do our sit-ups, chest up, squeeze a ball, tighten your abs. I bet you guys haven't done this much pelvic floor work in a long time.
And if you notice you've tightened up your glutes, try to relax the butt cheeks. Engage the pelvic floor.
Yeah, same with your neck and your mouth. Don't, it's not, it's down low. Okay? Okay, hands and stick them up. Fun and game start. You're gonna bounce. This is a ballistic stabilization of your pelvic floor. You can add your little fun motions now. Like you're doing your Charlie Brown dancing, because it is now Thanksgiving time. Christmas time is here again. Oh, you got two. In this class, if you fall down, there is little sympathy given to you. Keep breathing.
We praise you for the entertainment
Yes.
you provided.
And encourage you to get back up again. Okay, we're gonna have a lot more fun right here. We're gonna go for a walk. Abs are nice and tight, opposite hand, opposite foot. Don't roll off the block. Sergeant Brown already demonstrated that. Opposite hand, opposite foot. There you go. Eyes up, smiles up. Soft landing. Just reset. It's like falling off a bicycle. You can always do it. Okay? All right, now you're gonna put your hands on your knees. We're gonna go into recovery position, where we're gonna do some more sit-ups. Tighten your pelvic floor, draw your rib cage closed, suck in your tummy, try to touch your belly button to your spine. Keep breathing. Don't round your back to do this, you're just sucking in your tummy. Okay, almost done. We're gonna do one fun thing, not a part of the body we don't typically get. We're gonna come back into kneeling. Where the rib cage comes together is a little thing called the xiphoid process. I want you to really stay off of your xiphoid process unless you've done this for a long, long time. Careful of the costal-chondral junction where your ribs come together into the cartilage. And if you have really large floating ribs, be careful of that. But what we're going to do is take this ball, go clockwise, counterclockwise, top to bottom, side to side. We're just going to be really super careful of everything we just mentioned. And we're going to do it in the push-up position. Or with your knees down, or on your elbows, but the goal is keep this ball constantly in motion. Remember, sharp pain is gas. Dull, achy pain is fecal material. Deep, boring pain is blood stagnation or adhesion. Your job is to break this up. Smiles are up. Feel what it feels like to have your head higher than your butt, or your butt higher than your head. This will help you when, I don't know why it happens, but it does. Your cell phone ends up under the sofa, just out of reach. You can go get it. Keep breathing. Oh. This is activating something called viscerosomatics. Viscera meaning organs, somatic meaning body, viscerosomatic referral. This is why when you eat ice cream, the pain goes to your head because the organs don't really know what to do with pain, so they refer out. So, as you're rolling, you might feel this in your back, your knees, your neck, your shoulders. Remember to breathe, careful of architecture. Whoa. If you find a super sore spot, you can sit on it until it breaks up a little bit. Smiles are out. Yay!
And if you feel sharp pain,
It is gas. Remember to call safety. So oftentimes when people suddenly get lancinating low back pain, it's gas pain. Okay, we're going to come back into kneeling. You're going to notice how different it is to breathe. It's going to be really easy to make a diaphragmatic breath as we work. Why are you so wet? We're going to work above the diaphragm now. We're going to work your sternum gently, gently over breast tissue into your armpits and even your throat. I got to move the microphone. But the way you're going to do is in a push-up position. No pressure on the ball, a tiny little pressure, or you can drop a lot of pressure. If you want, you can even go down onto your belly so you can do range of motion of your arm as you're simultaneously opening up your pec. This is opening up lymphatics to your breast, your chest, your lungs, your thymus, your thyroid, your heart. It's helping assisting blood flow to the brain. Just roll it out. Changing your relationship with your body. We are so not used to having contact with the body, especially on the front side, whether you're male or female. It's almost sacred up there, but someone could pat you on the back, and it's not a big deal. Should be the same, but it's not. But in terms of pressure, it should be the same. Now, as you're doing this, some of you will already have done this, you can roll onto the back side of your body. You can get it in a twist. And the neat thing about this is the back side of the front, or when you were rolling out your chest, that was the front side of the back. It's part of the whole. So you're still opening up the lungs, thyroid, thymus, heart, thyroid. Oh. Yeah, and you're twisting open all your liver, stomach, spleen, pancreas, and gallbladder. So you're wringing out your organs. It's really nice. You can get range of motion of your shoulders at the same time. But this is how you open up your lung field and lymphatics. There's a reason why the majority of your lymphatics goes in front of your lungs, because it's constantly moving. So the lung excursion is affecting lymphatics as well. Jaws relaxed. Oh, don't you worry. Well, there it is. We're almost done. Okay, come back into kneeling. It is time for the little orange lacrosse ball. This is not so bad. You're going to put the lacrosse ball underneath your left shoulder blade. We're going to watch out for the microphone. Oh. And you're going to roll out your shoulder. So you can roll out your shoulder, and you can do shoulder range of motion simultaneously, which is really cool. And if you want to make it more intense, you can lift your head up. Maria likes lifting her head up. She just goes straight for it.
yeah, you can even put the block under your head. Just makes it easier to move around a little bit.
Once again, there should be no pain. Maria, while we were on our morning walk, we noticed something. We call it the great gender shift. It's when males turn to females and females turn to male. And it's largely because of loss of posture, and then it creates a hormonal shift. And there was a woman walking in front of us, and we could tell she lost shoulder stabilization, so her shoulders started widening. And her shoulders exceeded the width of her hips, which made her look more masculine. And it's clearly just a postural thing that she could correct back, but now she's adapted into the lifestyle. So she started the gender shift. Oh. And whenever you feel ready, you can do the other side. So that is why we tell people to work on the shoulders, range of motion of the shoulders, but also being able to draw the shoulder blades down and back. Oh. Men, when their shoulders let go, so does their belly. Roll it out, roll it out, roll it out. Once again, nothing in the human body has a single function, so as you're doing this, we're getting even better pumping action to the lungs. Let's make sure you're breathing. We have enough time. We're going to do one last thing. You're going to put the ball underneath your head. This is more a perception thing. That's really neat. The ball's underneath the back of your head. And then what I want you to do is make circles against the ball. And as you're doing it, you're going to notice your circles look awful or feel awful square. And this has to do with perspective, which I'm about to change. Go in the opposite direction and notice it's just as square. Do you feel the motion feeling very angled? Okay, now I want you to pretend you have a 10-foot tall pencil on the tip of your nose and you're drawing circles on the ceiling, and you'll notice that what was squares on the back of your head suddenly become circles. And this is again to show you that our primary sense in the human body is a sense of smell. It's not vision. Circles on the ceiling with your nose pencil. Go in the opposite direction any old time you want. And then good. Trade the ball out for the roller. The roller is going to go under your head like a pillow. Once the roller's under your head like a pillow, just turn your head left and right. Just say no. Notice if one side's sore than the other. It shouldn't be. Notice if they're equally sore. It shouldn't be. Should be nice, even, and pain-free. But if it's not, roll it out till it feels pain-free. Notice if you're breathing and just start. Because we're going to finish out now. This is where we get super crazy. You are now going to lay on the roller lengthwise, butt at one end, head at the other end. Feet are flat on the ground and parallel. Knees are over tops of your feet. Shoulder blades are down and back. Smiles are up. And then breathe. If you're breathing diaphragmatically, you shouldn't notice a whole lot of sway side to side. If you go into a chest breath, you're going to notice that you fall off balance. Just breathe. Notice everything that we've worked on. Your abdomen, your hips, your calves, your hamstrings, your quads. Activating your paraspinals to hold you up. Lengthening your pec muscles to keep your head over the top of your body. And just breathe. Feel what it feels like to expand your lungs with an inhale. And then exhale out. As we go one step further, you're going to inhale, then hold your breath slightly, then inhale on top of that. And then one more time, inhale on top of that. Then you're going to exhale out completely. You're going to repeat the process. Inhale, hold, inhale, hold, inhale, hold, and then exhale. Just keep doing that a few more times. You guys stay on your roller. I'm coming off the roller to bring you guys home. What you're doing is expanding the amount your lungs can inhale and exhale, and that will affect your lung field's expansion, but it'll affect lymphatics, it'll affect peristalsis, it'll affect blood flow to your brain. It will increase restoration and healing of the body. And now come into normal breathing, which should be a whole lot easier, and you're getting an increased amount of oxygen saturation. As you're breathing, you're finding center, which is just inches away from meditation, so you might as well go into meditation as well. Clearing your mind of every thought, or at least suspending it, and allowing for good things to come to you. Gently, ever so gently, roll off your roller onto your back. See what the ground feels like underneath you. If you've done everything correctly, you should feel like you're laying in a groove, and that's because your back stabilizers have turned back on to stabilize, and your hips are now open to move. Straighten out both legs. And just breathe. Last night, Mari and I noticed people going up the 2 steps to this very greasy spoon eating joint, and their heads went down as their legs went up. It's a very scary thing. It looks like people are falling, and they're just inches from falling. But that awareness of your body and how to keep your body upright as your lower half of your body is doing different things is athletic ready posture. But as you're seeing, athletic ready posture is just inches away from a meditative posture. So the goal is to meditate through life and not think your way through life. You guys have done an amazing job. And on behalf of Maria and me, we'd like to say thank you for being here, supporting us, doing the crazy things that we ask you, and being present. We appreciate you very much, and namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.